and sit down.
Hello folks, Colin here, Festa 67's workshop. Welcome to issue 12 of Legends of Ferrari F1, the die-cast 1/24 scale model collection from our good old mates at DeAgostini. Now if you'd like to grab this collection for yourself, head over to this link here. There's a clickable version below in the description. Pop. And that will take you to the DeAgostini website where you can take out a subscription and show these off in your cabinet. This month we have got Felipe Massa's Ferrari 248 F1 from the year 2006, and yeah, back in the days of grooved tyres, folks. And I always remember that iconic moment at the Brazilian Grand Prix, where for a moment Felipe thought he had grabbed the title, and yeah, it was that iconic piece of television where it went from jubilation to absolute heartbreak, and I felt for him that day, I must admit. Very, 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 very talented driver in his day. So here we've got all the information and blurbage, data sheets and stuff, all to do with the background of this beautiful Ferrari. And I've noticed every single one in this collection so far have been so beautifully presented. So big props to DeAgostini for that, because yeah, this is a collection I think that is going to grace many a collector's cabinet for years to come. There's Felipe there. Look at this, is pre-Halo days as well, folks, and even then, even with the side supports, how the driver's head was so vulnerable to exterior objects, and Felipe, bless him, he fell victim for it when he got struck by a spring from Barrichello's Brawn, if I remember right, and then it caught him right up where the visor is there on the top of the crash helmet. That's why they have that carbon fibre strip now. But yeah, this was the return of the V8. I think engines of this era sounded so much more beautiful. I really do. And there it is there, doing his business. There's some fact sheets there on the car there, its cubic capacity, its chassis, etc. There's a bit more there about Felipe being under Michael's wing, a bit like Rubens. Great number 2 there, road shotgun for Michael Schumacher. But it would have been nice to have seen Rubino and Felipe grab a title each, because, yeah, they were so good at being a team player, it goes without saying, folks. Loads more information there, all the background there, his date of birth, his nationality even, and then there's a profile there of Rob Smedley. Bless him. And then obviously Felipe there in his Brazilian driver's suit there, bless him. So yeah, absolutely iconic driver. I think a true legend of Formula One. So let's have a look at the model, shall we, folks? Now I've got the case in its protective sleeve, purely and simply where I'm handling it. I don't want to scratch the surface, so I shall leave this on. There's the car in the case. You get a blow mould in there as well, and I tend to remove these for display purposes. And then obviously you got some stickers there holding the casing in place. And then we can lift the whole car up with the blow mould like so, and drop that off of that for a moment. Put the case behind us. And then we can lift the car itself out from its protective blow mould. And there she is, folks. Look at that. And I can't help but notice how low that rear wing is. The car's got a really low, stealthy presence there, so it can waft through the air quite happily. So let's try and handle this. You've got all your different wings mounted to the body, but look at all the vanes and the barge balls, how the air is pushed around the car. with these boards, and then it floats up in there, and then it goes through not only one wing up there, but a duct underneath there to keep the tyres cool. But it just looks so beautiful, the different aerodynamic ideas of the day. Early incarnation of wheel covers starting to show their face there. But look where the exhausts exit as well, folks, right up atop the bodywork there, each side. It just, for me, it just, the engineering that went into these is just phenomenal. And the guys, you know, they thoroughly deserve what they get paid. This was the different regulations there about wing height and wing width as well. And then obviously the other side's going to be the same, but we'll still show it again with all the barge boards there. But how the air is getting fired around underneath, because not like the modern cars, these weren't ground effect. These had the big plank going along the bottom, so the floors were quite flat. Whereas now you've got all the ducting around the flooring and vanes because the cars are a ground effect again. But I'm just looking at that, and it's like absolutely beautifully cast, beautifully finished. All the sponsorship decals are where they should be. And it just, for me, it just adds to the collection, these different eras. And it's nice to see them including number 2 drivers or B drivers, whatever you want to call them. It's nice to see them getting recognition for the roles they deserve, but also seeing their cars as well. There's all the seat belts under there, and again, the beginnings of the PlayStation generation. All the buttons there on the steering wheel, but again, how different the wheel is there compared to today. It's almost like a half, basically a semicircular shape there with the LCD in it, whereas now it's even got the bottom part removed, but even then, it just looks so stunning. And I'm looking along from the rear wing, trying to see a driver's eye view. And again, when you see onboard footage of the drivers, especially on street circuits, 200 mile an hour, bunging it round the corners, blind spots. Honestly, people say they're overpaid. I don't think they are, because that takes guts, that takes courage, that takes trust in the car, the build, the engineers, everyone in the background behind the team. You've got to have total trust that when you throw that car into that corner, it's going to come out the other side and you're going to be unscathed. And I take my hat off to everyone involved in the sport, I really do, because they're delivering one hell of a product for us fans. But I'm looking again at all the carbon fibre detail on the wishbones and everything. It's all there, even in this scale. So yeah, absolutely beautiful example again of a Ferrari there. This is obviously the 248, driven by Felipe Massa from the year 2006. This is number 12 in the collection, folks. So there's more to come. But for the meantime, let's just put that down nice and safe. Like so. And don't forget, if you want to grab these, folks, head over to this link all the way along there. And that'll take you to the DeAgostini website, where you can take out a subscription for this beautiful, beautiful Ferrari collection. In the meantime, to help me out, if you could just click little fester in the corner and subscribe to my YouTube channel, I'll be massively appreciative. Really helps me grow the channel and keep the content coming. Also, whilst you're there, just ring the bell and select all. That will notify you of upcoming content. Until then, thank you so much for coming in and keeping me company. I'll see you on the next one. Stay safe and well. Bye-bye.